In the annals of fashion history, few names resonate with the enigmatic allure of Hugo Boss, a brand synonymous with elegance, luxury, and sartorial excellence. Hugo Boss has undeniably left an indelible mark on the global fashion landscape. But what if I told you that behind the veneer of exquisite tailoring and runway glamour lies a shadowy past intertwined with one of the darkest chapters in human history? Join us in this riveting episode of Business Obscura as we unveil the captivating journey of Hugo Boss from its origins during the tumultuous era of the Third Reich to its transformation into a powerhouse on the runway. In this exploration, we'll peel back the layers of history, revealing a narrative that intertwines ambition, controversy, and redemption. Delve with us into the untold story of Hugo Boss, a tale that will forever change the way you perceive luxury fashion. The name Hugo Boss is synonymous with high-end fashion, known for its trendy and classy men's and women's wear. However, behind the glamour lies a dark and little-known history. Today we delve into the untold story of Hugo Boss and its involvement with the Nazi regime during World War II. This video aims to shed light on the company's past, revealing new details and providing a comprehensive understanding of its role in one of the darkest periods in history. Chapter 1: The Beginnings of Hugo Boss. In the quaint town of Mexican Germany back in the year 1924, a visionary by the name of Hugo Ferdinand Boss laid the cornerstone of what would become his legacy, the establishment of his eponymous company. With an unwavering commitment to his craft, Boss embarked on a journey that initially centered around the creation of workwear and meticulously tailored uniforms for an array of organizations. As the early 1930s dawned, the fruits of Boss's labor began to flourish, and his dedication to quality craftsmanship and impeccable attention to detail became the very essence of his brand. Chapter 2: Hugo Boss and the Nazi Uniforms. During the rise of the Nazi regime in the mid-1930s, Hugo Boss became involved in producing uniforms for the Nazi Party. Contrary to popular belief, Boss did not design the Nazi uniform himself. However, the company did play a significant role in their production. The Nazi uniform's origins can be traced back to the parliamentary organizations that emerged in Germany during the early 1920s. These groups wore simple brown shirts and pants to give them a sense of unity and solidarity. It wasn't until the mid-1930s, when the Nazis had consolidated their power, that the uniform began to take on its iconic form. As we continue on our journey through the intricate tapestry of Hugo Boss's journey, one thing becomes clear: the allure of luxury fashion is often intertwined with stories of unexpected twists and turns. If you're finding this exploration as fascinating as we are, be sure to subscribe to Business Obscura and give us a thumbs up. Chapter 3: Karl Diebitsch and the Design of the Nazi Uniforms. Karl Diebitsch, a high-ranking SS officer, was responsible for overseeing the design of the Nazi uniforms. Diebitsch aimed to create a uniform that was both functional and fashionable, with a clean line and sleek silhouette. The materials used to make the uniforms were carefully chosen for their durability and ease of care. The jackets and trousers were made of heavy woolen fabric, while the shirts and undergarments were made of cotton. The boots, an essential part of the uniform, were made of leather and had hobnails on the soles for better traction. The peaked caps were made of a lightweight waterproof material called tricot. Chapter 4: Hugo Boss and Forced Labor. While the production of the Nazi uniforms alone is troubling, it's the company's involvement with forced labor that unveils a darker side of its history. According to new research by Roman Kuster, an economic historian, Hugo Boss employed forced laborers during World War II. These workers were housed in a camp within the factory premise and subjected to extremely poor living conditions. Their access to food and hygiene was uncertain, leaving them vulnerable and at the mercy of their captors. It's important to note that Boss made some attempts to improve the living conditions and food situation of the forced laborers in 1944, a year before the end of the war. However, this does not absolve the company of the exploitation and suffering endured by these individuals. Chapter 5: The Legacy of Hugo Boss. After World War II, Hugo Ferdinand Boss faced consequences for his involvement with the Nazi regime. He was fined and classified as a follower of National Socialism. However, Boss maintained that his collaboration with the Nazis was solely to protect his business interests. The company, under new management, continued to thrive in the post-war era. In recent years, Hugo Boss has made efforts to address its dark past and acknowledge the harm caused during the Nazi era. Chapter 6: The Symbolism of the Nazi Uniform. Despite the dark history associated with the Nazi uniform, its design and symbolism continue to captivate and influence fashion and popular culture. The stark, minimalist design of the uniform has left an indelible mark on the fashion industry. However, it is essential to remember that behind its aesthetic appeal lies a history of oppression, exploitation, and suffering. The Nazi uniform serves as a potent reminder of the dangers of extremism and totalitarianism. Its association with the horrors of the Holocaust remind us of the need to remain vigilant in the face of hatred and discrimination. By acknowledging the past and learning from it, we can strive to create a better future free from the atrocities committed during World War II. The untold story of Hugo Boss and its dark Nazi past reminds us of the complexities and contradictions in human history. While the company is renowned for its fashion and style, it is crucial to confront and learn from its involvement in the Nazi regime. By examining the origins, designs, and production of Nazi uniforms, we gain a deeper understanding of the company's history and the atrocities committed during World War II. Hugo Boss's acknowledgement of its past and formal apology demonstrates a commitment to transparency and a desire to confront the dark chapters of its history. Through these efforts, the company aims to ensure that a suffering endured by those affected by its actions is not forgotten. As we reflect on the untold story, we are reminded of the power of remembrance and the responsibility to confront the past. By understanding and acknowledging the dark chapters of history, we can work towards a future that values compassion, inclusivity, and respect for all. As we draw the curtains on this captivating journey through Hugo Boss's intriguing history, one question lingers. How many more untold stories lie beneath the surface of the business realm? Keep your curiosity alive and join us for the next episode of Business Obscura as we continue to unravel the enigmatic narratives that shape the world of commerce. Don't forget to subscribe to Business Obscura and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a moment of discovery. Until next time, remember, the business world is full of obscurities waiting to be explored.